Hi, students. Welcome to your math lesson of the day. And it's hard to believe that we're in chapter 10 in Big Ideas Math. But in today's class, we're going to be reviewing, I know you guys seen this before. What's this model called? The part-whole model. And remember, we have two boxes, and then below it shows the total amount that's in the two boxes. So in this box, we have one dot. In this box, it's blank. And then below, we have a addition equation that says blank plus 0 equals blank. Now, if we were to look up above, we have one dot in this one. So we would place one dot here. And we know if we add 1 with 0, which is nothing, 1 plus nothing will still be 1. And that would match with our part-whole model, because if we have 1 here and 0 here, that means there's only one dot in total in this part-whole model. And that was just kind of like a brief overview of like adding with zeros in the part-whole model. But we are going to hop on over to 10.1. Let's see. To 10.1 in our math books. Okay, so remember when you guys had to order numbers from least to greatest, or least to greatest and then greatest to least? Well, this is going to be the same concept, but you're going to be measuring length of objects. So when you hear the word longest, longest kind of goes with the terms of greatest or most than. And then if we look at the vocabulary word shortest, it's going to be considered the least and the fewest. But we use these two words, longest to shortest, to describe length of objects. So we have here a list of colors, purple, blue, and pink, and it kind of looks like a bar graph or tally graph to show that how many people like the color purple, blue, and pink. And one way we can know about bar graphs to see who got the most votes is to see how long it is. So which votes got the most longest poll. Because in each poll you have one, so if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth, the more votes you're going to get, the longer it's going to be. And also a good way to think of in the terms of shortest, like if you were staring at the number line and my dot was on 1 to 0, like that length will be very short, and we know 1, since it's very close to 0 on the number line, it's not going to have a lot of value since it's closer to 0. But if we're looking at 100 on the number line and seeing how far it is from 0, it's going to be very far away from 0 because it's 100. So if you were looking at from 0 to 100 on the number line, it's going to be considered very long. And if you were looking from 0 to 1 on the number line, it's going to be considered very, very short. Okay, but since this, the directions here says order from longest to shortest. So we are going to be looking at the color that's going to be the longest of the bar graphs. So if we look through our colors, purple, blue, and pink, we see that purple is higher than all these colors. So purple is higher than blue, and purple is higher than pink. So we're going to list purple first since it's the longest. And then we're going to look at the second longest. So we were comparing blue and pink. Pink is higher than blue, so pink will go next. And then the next color will be blue since it's the last color. Okay, and we'll do another example. And then now, this is why it's very important to look at the directions in math word problems. Now it says order from shortest to longest. So now we're looking at the tiniest amount, the teeniest length of paintbrushes here in this problem. So we look here, we see yellow is higher than all of the other paintbrushes, and then it's green, and then it's black. Black is the shortest, so black is going to go first in this example since it's not as tall as green and yellow. And then we're going to go look at the second tallest, or the second shortest. So if we were looking here, now we have to compare the colors green and yellow. And yellow is taller or higher than green. So green will go next since it's the next in line of being short. And then the longest or the tallest or the highest is going to be yellow. So that's why we went from shortest to longest. In the previous example, we went from longest to shortest. And I'm going to bring you guys back to my blank whiteboard on my iPad, and there might be some word problems in dealing with measurement and length in this section as well. So you might encounter like a math word problem in regards to length in the term like this. Newton has 4 shoelaces. The black shoelace is longer than the blue. And when in math word problems, when it's describing objects to me, what really helps me out is just drawing how I visualize the objects from the word problem on my piece of paper. So for this example, the black shoelace is going to be longer than the blue. So I'm going to draw black and then blue. And then the green, or sorry, the red is shorter than the blue. So the red is going to be shorter than the blue. And then the green is going to be longer than the black. Okay, so that means green is going to be longer than the black. And it's going to tell me order the shoelaces from shortest to longest. So we need to look at the shoelace that's not going to be very tall. It's going to be very, very small. So if I'm looking here, green is the tallest because it's longer than the other shoelaces. But if we go down from looking from the highest or the longest, we go from green to black to blue to red, and red is going to be the shortest. So I'm going to order mine shortest to long, and I'm going to put R for red. Okay, and then the next shortest will be blue since blue is not as long as the black. So I'm going to put B for blue. Actually, I'm just going to write it out because there's also black. Blue, and then it goes black. And then the tallest or the longest is going to be the green. So in those math word problems, I would really encourage you guys to draw out the word problem so you can actually see it because it can get confusing if you don't show your work and you try to like hurry and rush and skip ahead because that can make solving the math problem much more difficult than it needs to be. And I'm so excited to be learning about measurement and length with you guys. And I'll catch you guys next time in the next math lesson. Adios, hasta luego.